record straight. You and me, we ain't nothing alike. Let's set the record straight. Those words you say, they hold no weight, they like. Let's set the record straight. You'll never break the...
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Authentics hauler review. Been quite some time since we've done one of these, at least from what I remember. But I actually ended up picking this one up a couple days ago. This is the Bowman 2023 Ally hauler, obviously. This does have two sides to it. I actually didn't know that until I picked it up to actually get it, because it was on this side here. And then when I think I put it under my arm or something, and then I saw that it was different on the other side, and I'm like, whoa, this thing has, you know, both night and day cars, because I guess instead of just making two, they had a, you know, pretty good idea in order to kind of get both schemes, have one side the dark, one side the light. So that was pretty cool that they did that. I'll take that. Just keeps me more space, or saves me more space, I guess. The box isn't really nothing special. It does have a like a, I don't know, a pattern that kind of, you know, represents the hauler, which is cool, which of course the hauler represents the paint scheme also, so it does kind of flow. I'm guessing it changes on the other side? No, they didn't put that much work into it. So, it pretty much just captures the dark scheme, and they couldn't really care less about the light scheme. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this hauler out of the box and take a closer look, because this thing, again, where it's like half and half, it actually looks pretty sweet. Here's the hauler out of the box. Now, a couple people actually wanted me to do a review on this hauler, which I plan to anyway. The only reason I don't like doing them is because they're kind of inconvenient, just because they're so big compared to just your standard 1/64 scale diecast. So, I mean, you know, like, it's fun to do. I do like it. Obviously, or I wouldn't be doing it. But I normally don't even get these haulers unless they're like Bowman or I don't know, Junior, maybe some other person. Maybe. It is rare, but I will pick up some every now and then. I think the last car, or last hauler I picked up that wasn't Dell Jr. or Bowman was Austin Dillon's throwback for 2018, because it was a throwback to Earnhardt, so kind of still picked it up nonetheless. Or no, I actually picked up a Hendrick hauler I'm looking at over here. It was the Salute schemes from 2019 maybe? I don't know. It's been a while since I've really picked up anything just kind of not Bowman related, even though that one is Hendrick, so I don't really count that one. But yeah, either way, I don't really do these haulers often, but I do like doing the reviews. I really do. Normally I have to separate like the trailer from the rig, so I just kind of, obviously you can take that off, and then I'll just kind of zoom in on here, see what we got going on, which I know it's not a whole lot, but we do have some little bit of decal going on here. It looks to be a little pixelated, which is kind of interesting. I'm not really too worried about it, but you got the 48 Ally here, and then you got the other paint scheme on the other side for the 48 Ally, and they do have rubber tires, which is interesting. I do have some silver parts and pieces and all the chromed, you know, grill, headlights, got the mirrors, of course you got the little sun visor here. I'm not a trucker, so obviously I don't know what some of these are actually called. I got your little sunroof looking thing there. I got the exhaust, I think it was the exhaust in the back of that rig. So, I mean, yeah, overall it's a pretty cool little piece to have. I know not a lot of people like them. Nobody really hates the haulers, they're just kind of here, like, in all honesty. So, I mean, I can understand that, but I like them only if they're like my driver. I don't really have a use for them other than just kind of display. So on this side, which would be the left side, if you're looking at it, you know, if you're looking like in the same direction as the hauler, this is the left side. It's got 48 Ally, got the dark scheme right there. Bowman on the banners. Of course, you got the little car there. You got the tires, which is also, what am I thinking? Rubber tires. Got the front end of the car, the front face of the car here. On the back, we do have a little Bowman car. It does say Alex Bowman on top of that. Of course, got the taillights and everything. Got some of that caution striping. They got the, looks to be the little license plate down there. The back end, it does open, for anybody that is curious. It's hard to see in there, but yeah, even brightened up, it's pretty impossible. But I think you can fit, I accidentally turned off my camera instead of changing my focus. But I think, what is that struggling to clip? Oh, okay. Never mind. I think you can fit 3 1/64s in the hauler without double stacking. So this whole entire back hauler is empty. I really wish they had 2 rows. That would be a little more realistic. That way you can store more like 6 instead of 3. But if you have more than 3, you kind of have to pile them on top of each other, and they have to be loose. They can't have it. They can't be in any boxes because it just won't fit. It is a cool little thing for display. I do kind of want to get a bigger shelf for the wall. That way I can have more of my Bowman haulers on there. But I can just barely have room for the 164s. But we got Hendrick down there on the bottom. Got the front-facing car in here. So it's pretty much the same on each side, but just different cars. It's the different paint schemes. Because they released them at the same time for 2023. It was this one, which is like the light one, and this one was like the dark car, or the dark mode, I guess you could say. So both sides do kind of attend to each scheme. Got that one there. I like the purple on the front. So they're kind of inverted, kind of not. Some of them are a little different, or some of the design. The design is the same, if you can stop stuttering. The design is the same. I think the roof's a little different. Yeah, so you can see there's like blue stripes on the black one, but there's not on the purple one, or the white one. So, I mean, yeah, it does kind of, it's inverted, but it's not exactly the same, so it's pretty interesting. Got the 48 there, Alex Bowman, allied with some more of that safety striping. On the front, there's really nothing, just kind of a black little square there. But, I mean, that'll pretty much do it for the hauler. I know some of you wanted to see it, and I wanted to do a review anyway. So we're going to attach that there. Maybe. I wish I had the 164s dug out. I don't. I have it sitting in a box or in a shelf. Like a drawer, more likely. So, not a shelf, a drawer. Anyway, that's going to be it for this hauler review. And there's not really ever a lot to these haulers. I mean, again, they're cool and all. I'm glad Lionel does the haulers. It's just, I don't know, they do take up quite a bit of space. They do cost $15, which, I mean, I don't think it's a bad price. It's a little steep. I think more 10 is kind of the way to go, but 15, I mean, it's not too terrible, so, you know, I always try to pick them up whenever I can find the ones I want. I don't think that there's been a hauler, or no, never mind, hold on. The last hauler I got that wasn't Bowman related, it was still Hendrick, but it wasn't Bowman related. It was the championship car from Elliott, that hauler, and I think they had, or I got the Jimmy Johnson hauler too from 2020. So 2020 was the last time I bought a hauler that was not Junior or Bowman related. Just over time I've forgotten about it, and just that's why. But anyway, yeah, so I apologize for the video being all over the place. Yeah, haulers are cool and all. There's not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, yeah, I mean, they're neat, but they're a little more expensive. They're a little more just bulkier and bigger. They kind of take up some more room. So I try not to get like any haulers that I really don't absolutely necessarily desire. Unless, again, obviously, if it's Bowman, I'll get it. If it's Junior, I'll get it. But, you know, it's just kind of one of those oddball things that I really only have if it's my driver. But as long as they're putting out Bowman haulers, Junior haulers, you know, whatever, I'll still continue to collect them in the future. But with that being said, that's going to do it for this hauler review. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.
Everything that I ever worked for, I'ma keep on pushing till I earn more. I won't never fall, won't never, won't never, won't never, won't never, won't never, won't never, won't never.